Hello there. I have another great recipe to share with you, especially when you're cooking for two. It doesn't get much easier than a summer salad in a bowl. I actually kind of call this my sunshine salad in a bowl, and I'll tell you why. As you'll see when we start adding the ingredients, we have bright yellow corn, we have pineapple tidbits, we have some golden raisins, and just looking at all those beautiful colors, that beautiful yellow, it makes me think of a sunshine. And so I call this my sunshine salad. And it really is perfect. It's perfect any time of the year, but I really do love, I've told you before, salads in the summer. They're so easy, so quick, light. They're not real filling, but this one is a really hearty salad. And I also have a little exciting something to show you and share with you in just a little bit. Now, I've done this recipe just a little different because I have almost everything already prepared. I'm going to talk you through it, but I already have it prepared, so we're just going to kind of just add everything together. So we're going to start with, I have 2 pieces of chicken breast, boneless chicken breast. And what I did with that was preheated my oven to 400, coated my chicken with olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of Worcestershire. I have this seasoning, garlic and onion, and it is absolutely delicious. And so I sprinkled quite a bit on the top of the chicken, as you can see, because I wanted a really good coating. And I think a lot of times when we're cooking our meat, we don't season it enough because you want to be able to taste that flavor when you cut into your meat. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut this chicken into bite-sized pieces because we're going to add this into our salad. It's still a little bit warm because it hasn't been out of the oven long. But these are the thinner chicken breast. And like I've said in the past, I really like these just because they do cook easier or quicker, but you do want to be careful because they can cook really quick, and if you let them cook too long, then they may dry out, and we don't want that to happen. All right, I've got this chopped up into little bite-sized pieces. Well, not too little, I guess for my mouth, that's a bite-sized piece. All right, now I'm gonna move this out of the way just for a second. I washed my hands, got my hands all good and clean, and so now the part that I've really been waiting to share with you, look at my new salad bowl. Is this beautiful or what? It is made out of mango wood. It's really kind of interesting if you read about it. After the mango tree does not bear fruit anymore, they take the wood from the tree and they make different things out of it. One of them are these salad bowls. And I love this, okay? I love having a big bowl for my salad because that way you can throw it in, you can have plenty of room to add your dressing, toss it up, and everything gets mixed up really well. And you can use it for other things too, but I mainly have it for my salad. And just to let you know, in case you fall in love with this too, I do have a link. I'll have a link in the comments if you want to grab you one of these up before they're gone. And also this recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you, like I said, I'm just going to kind of talk you through it, but don't worry. If you go to my blog at cookitfor2.com, that's cookitfor2.com, you'll find the recipe there and you can download it or print it off, whatever. And if you haven't subscribed to my blog yet, go ahead and do that and you'll get a free kitchen essentials download that you can use in your kitchen. Okay, so we're gonna get on with our recipe. The first thing that we're doing is, I told you that this was gonna be a hearty salad, and this is one of the reasons why. This is wild rice, and you can see it is hot, it is steaming, still steaming. And so I've got wild rice here, and all you do with the wild rice, you just follow the package directions. You're gonna put it in water. You're gonna cook it for about 40 or 45 minutes. Once it comes to a boil, you let it simmer for about 40 or 45 minutes. Oh my goodness, I wish you could just smell this. I mean, you can just smell the grain or the wildness. I don't know what it is, the earthiness, but it smells so good. Okay, we've got wild rice. Now, we're not stopping there. Now, we're gonna add some orzo, okay? So orzo is just a tiny, tiny little pasta. And I don't know if I'm gonna add all of it yet. I'm gonna kind of play with it and see. We always can use leftover pasta or orzo. So here's our wild rice and our orzo. Like I said, you can see it is still steaming. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, here's part of the sunshine, this corn that's frozen, and it's still a little frozen, but you know this is so hot. Once we add it in there, it's gonna be the perfect texture whenever we get ready to eat it. So we've got our corn that we've added in. We're gonna add in some beautiful red pepper. Okay, this is so, so good for you. Red pepper is full of goodness. We're gonna add in one of my favorites, some pineapple tidbits. Now, this may seem like a really weird combination, but trust me, you're gonna wanna try this because it's so good. You're gonna love it. All right, now we're gonna go in with more sunshine, pineapple sunshine, more sunshine. We've got some golden raisins. All right, now you can use half and half, as you'll see here, and I'm not gonna add all these. I'm gonna kind of taste it as I go. I'm also gonna add, and I just have a really small amount of cranberries. And the reason I'm doing this is because Kyle is not a big fan of sour. But if you like cranberries, then you can go ahead and just do like half and half. Add half raisins and half of the craisins or cranberries, whatever you want to call them. But I'm just doing a little bit because he's not, and I take my cranberries and I chop them up a lot smaller. That way if he gets a bite, it's not like shocking to him. And so you don't have to do that. If you like them, you just put them in their whole. All right, now I have some sliced almonds that I have already toasted, and you definitely don't want to skip that step, because when you toast these almonds, any nuts, if you toast them, it just elevates the flavor. You know, it enhances that the nuttiness in them, and the flavor is completely different. So don't skip that part of toasting your almonds. We're gonna add in our chicken. You can do this with chicken, you can do it without chicken. If you just want to serve this along with your meal, then you might not want to put chicken in it. But for us, this is going to be our meal. So I'm putting our chicken in our salad. Okay. Can't forget about this gold right here. We're gonna add some fresh garlic in here. Got one more. I want to go ahead and add one more in there because we love garlic, and it's great as long as both of us eat it. If only one of us eat it, not so great. All right. Have the garlic in there. I'm going to add salt and pepper. And you know, if you've watched me much, I always talk about salt or season every layer. And I did. As I was cooking this, it's been seasoned. Every layer has already been seasoned. Now I have a dressing here, and the dressing that I normally make, I was not able to make today because, you know, like I've said, sometimes we're very limited as to our selection of items at the grocery store. And the main ingredient for the dressing that I normally make is a champagne vinaigrette. Well, couldn't find a champagne vinaigrette. So, you know what? That's okay. I just came up with a new dressing. So, you know, we're gonna see. I've not made the salad with this kind of dressing before, but we're gonna see. What I did was I put in some olive oil, some avocado oil, some balsamic vinegar. I took a little bit of the pineapple juice from the tidbits, put some of that in there, a little bit of honey, and a little bit of Dijon mustard, salt and pepper. Mix that up really good. We're going with it. Now, I'm not gonna add all of this dressing. I just wanna kinda add it and then we'll taste it and see how it goes, because I don't wanna get too much dressing. Look at these, they came with the salad bowl, okay? So now, look at that. It's so easy to mix this. It's not like dropping all over on the counter and popping out of the bowl. I just love it. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this. It is so good. Now, as you can see, yes, I am cooking for two, and this is like more than for two. But I love that about it, because you know what we'll do? I will take this and I will put the leftovers in a container, put them in the fridge, and we will eat this pot. Well, I probably will. He won't, because he'll be gone, but I can eat this for lunch tomorrow, or maybe another, not tomorrow night, but the next night. We can have it for supper, because we like leftovers. So that's why you can cut this recipe in half. And that way, if you don't want leftovers, it'll be the perfect amount when you're cooking for two. Look at that. Now you can kind of see why I call it the sunshine salad, because it's so pretty. Okay, last but not least, we have to taste it. Oh my gosh. So here it goes. You know, I have to get the perfect bite here. Need a little pepper, a little corn. Okay, here it goes. You know what? We're on to something with that dressing. It was good with the other dressing, but just to have some, you know, a little bit of a change, that dressing is delicious. Oh my goodness. But I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add some more of I'm gonna add the rest of our raisins. And I'm gonna add a little bit more of our dressing. And you know what? This is perfect. We are ready to eat. I'm gonna get us some bowls and I'm gonna serve this up. And honestly, all you saw me do was put it together, but really and truly, this was really quick and easy to make. Probably the hardest thing was getting your rice and your orzo ready, because the chicken, I just throw it in the oven and bake it. And for a shortcut, you could use a rotisserie chicken and you don't even have to cook the chicken. You can just chop it up, or you can skip the meat altogether. So this is a really good, quick and easy meal to have during the week, on the weekends, whenever your taste buds are craving for it. I hope that you were able to pick up something from this video that you didn't know before, that you can take and use in your kitchen. And I hope you love this bowl as much as I do. Lord bless you.